Well, after a quiet week from the Detroit Lions, we have our second major move this week. We have some breaking news coming out of the city of Detroit. Coming from Mike Zenit's Twitter account, says that the Lions have decided to hire a new running back coach. But what does that mean for Scotty Montgomery? We'll go into that. Says the Lions are expected to hire Texas Tashard Choice as their new running back coach. Sources tell CBS Sports. So the Detroit Lions hired a new running back coach. There is some significance to this individual, Tashard Choice, and I can't help myself, y'all. Y'all got to forgive me, but this is just waiting here. Looks like the Detroit Lions made the right choice. Thank you. Thank you very much. I couldn't help myself. It's on the thumbnail, too. At least it should be. But there is some significance to Mr. Choice as he comes in to the Detroit Lions staff. He actually was a running back coach he was at Texas is where he was. He was at Texas, but he played in the NFL. He played with the Dallas Cowboys from 2008 to 2011. He was actually a 4th-round draft pick in 2008, which was the same year we went 0-16. He played for the Washington Redskins in 2011, Buffalo Bills from 2011 to 2013, and then his final year as a player was with the Indianapolis Colts in 2013. As a coach, he was with the Dallas Cowboys, North Texas in 2017, North Texas as the running back coach in 2018. But here's the key, and I think this might be why he was probably high on the Detroit Lions list. At least I would assume he was. He was the running back coach from 2019 to 2021 at Georgia Tech. Now, what's the significance there? Jahmyr Gibbs played at Georgia Tech from 2020 to 2021 before heading off to Alabama, where he finished off there. So they got some ties. He has some ties to Jahmyr Gibbs. Now, what does that mean for Scotty Montgomery? Check this out. Shout out to everybody that sent me this information as well. Coming from Justin Rogers' Twitter, and I saw this from Dave Burkett as well. It says, we have some staff clarification. Tyler Rowe will coach the team's tight ends, and Scotty Montgomery remains assistant head coach in addition to moving to the wide receiver coach. So if you remember, we brought in Tyler. It was a specified role, but it was kind of weird. I was like, well, what is he going to do? So it looks like he's going to coach the tight ends. Scotty Montgomery is going to move to the wide receiver coach. So that means that the Detroit Lions, if I'm not mistaken, have filled all their coaching vacancies left by the coaches that exited. Because now we got, and you know what's funny is I was just like, wow, I wonder if we'll make a move, a different positional coach will coach the wide receivers, and we decide to stay in-house. I had just seen an article yesterday or something from maybe a YouTube video or something like that that was from someone, and they were saying like Hines Ward could be somebody that we could bring in for the wide receivers. Oh, you know what? It was crunch time. I saw something on their Twitter account, and that would not have been that bad because you would have gone from Antoine Randall L. A teammate of his was Hines Ward. I think we would have probably had equal to or greater than production, but we decided to move Scotty Montgomery to the wide receiver coach. Tyler's going to take the tight ends coach, and we have a running back coach that is going to replace Scotty and was a coach to Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery. Well, he will be. So this is kind of interesting because the Lions, when we saw what was happening, like Scotty, we didn't hear much about Scotty, but I would have been the only thing he did was interview for the Dallas Cowboy defensive coordinator job. And like I told you guys before, I do not think that he was actually in play for that position. I think that it was a Rooney Rule, a mandatory coaching interview just to satisfy that rule. I don't think he ever had a chance to get that, but I'm glad he's staying because that is going to bring continuity. So the Lions have filled all their positions, right? If I'm missing anything, let me know in the comments below. But with the move of Tyler to tight ends coach, that was a vacancy. Scotty Montgomery will still be the assistant head coach, and the wide receivers coach, that was a vacant position. And now we're going to have Tashard is going to replace Scotty in that position as running back coach. And I think that that's all the vacancies, and that's right on time because we're going to getting to the point where we can start to re-sign our own players. And now that the coaching staff, as far as I can remember, is all set, then we can move forward with re-signing players and eventually, in less than 3 weeks, player acquisition. So let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. This channel is made possible by viewers, subscribers, and members just like you. You could be anywhere else on YouTube, but you choose to rock with me. Again, breaking news. The Detroit Lions are going to bring in Tashard Choice and as the running back coach, replacing Scotty Montgomery, moving him to the wide receivers coach, right? Which is going to be, I wonder how much an adjustment that is going to be. But before we get out of here, want to shout out Detroit Lions on SI. They have a YouTube channel. You might be familiar with John Macron. He shows up on Crunch Time Sports. He writes for the Detroit, well, not for the Detroit Lions, but about the Detroit Lions. You might have seen me on the channel once before. Well, they finally decided to step their toe, all of that stuff in the YouTube game, and they have a YouTube channel. I am going to link it as the pinned comment. They've done so much for me through articles and having that inside presence with the Detroit Lions. I want to return the favor and send you guys their way. All right, so consider subscribing to that. You all know SI.com. They cover the Detroit Lions. But I'm glad that the Detroit Lions made the right choice. Thank you. Thank you. I'll be here all day, and we got a show tomorrow as well. You guys are awesome. Take care of yourself and each other. And as always, go Lions. And you know what? You know what's going to make me different from everybody else? I saw this yesterday. If I make a typo in my banner, just deal with it. 2025 is going to be the year of correcting typos. And not only the banner, but the graphics, the thumbnail as well. I do so much stuff. I'll download, I'll catch it because I do a Passover and I'll look and be like, up, and then my mind gets taken away, and then I upload it, and then I'm like, dope, and then I gotta fix it, and so anyway. But at least you know I'm not AI. You know, it's truly me. I'll catch you guys in the next one.